the more, I guess I'm realizing more and more, it just doesn't seem like things are going to change. My personality just isn't going to change, sort of God damn it, but it's a relief too.
Your personality is going to change.
Okay.
Tomorrow and the day after, regardless of whether there's ultimate understanding or not. Our personalities change. We have certain, qualities that endure, and others that get stronger, and others that get weaker. And these are what comprise our personality. That comprises who we are in the moment. And we do change constantly. So that to me is very, exciting, because I don't know who I'm going to be in the next instant. There certainly is a measure of continuity in terms of history and memory and all of those things. But who I am is a cumulative process, a changing process. And much is built on the foundation of what went before. But some of what went before, some of the foundation just sloughs off. Things have just simply gone away. They're not there. That were quite powerfully there, 20 years ago or 30 years ago. And everyone experiences that. You're not always conscious of it. You're not always aware of it. But it is the human condition. It is how we develop as human beings. So we truly do not know what the future will hold. And what I can say with some certainty is that if the ultimate understanding happens, we won't be able to predict what the impact of that will be on the organism. There may be profound change, there may be no change, very little change associated with that occurrence in terms of how when people act externally. There's no way to predict what will happen. Of course, you can change things, theoretically. I mean, you are doing the action. Michael doing the action is not going to produce a change in you. The action has to be done by you in order for the change to occur. The question is whether you author this action. That is what we always come back to. But certainly you're doing it. And you're doing it or not doing it is going to impact, to some degree, what will happen next. The fundamental pointer of the program, of the 12-step program, as outlined in steps 6 and 7, are that our character defects have to be removed by a power greater than ourselves. It doesn't say that we remove our defects of character. Now, how that power greater than ourselves goes about doing that, there's many ways. And through your ability, giving you the ability to do the 12 steps, may, in fact, bring about a change that reduces some of your character defects, or in other cases, eliminates them. But it always comes back to the fact that it is dependent upon a power greater than ourselves to fuel that occurrence. We can't fuel it, and that's powerlessness. We don't have the power as independent entities to do it, because we are not independent entities. And you'll certainly be excused if you go to 12-step meetings of various kinds and you don't get that insight, because a lot of what people experience and share in terms of their own experience is filtered through this sense of personal authorship. And so what they're expressing is couched in terms of, I do it. It's up to me. Despite the fact that what the step that they're working on says is we're powerless. Our lives are unmanageable. That we're dependent upon a power greater than ourselves to restore us to sanity. That we're entirely ready to have God remove our defects of character. All of these things are like right there. It's just written out right there. But I mean, people filter that. People filter it through their own awareness and their own perspective. And the overwhelming perspective in the world is that we are separate, independent entities capable of exercising power from our own volition. And to fight that is to just might as well stand here and hit your head against the wall.
Yeah.
Literally. You might as well just start pounding. Because it's going to be that satisfying. But you can, if you are so empowered, begin to see within yourself the truth. And that's the grace that we talk about, that you have been empowered to begin to glimpse a completely alternate way of looking at things, a whole different perspective on it. And when that happens, you are then able to see things like the 12 steps and recognize what's at the root of them. You're then able to read the Bhagavad Gita and see what's at the root of it. You're then able to read the Bible and see what's at the root of it. And see that it's all pointing to the same fundamental understanding